Hello and welcome to our presentation on Project Hack 19. We chose Challenge 8 and our group was named Heart PMO. This is our team. We're a handful of project professionals varying from 2 students and 4 project managers. One of the students has got a data bias, the rest of us have project bias, although Matthew Lawrence has a passion and a bit of background using the data bias, which came in fairly useful while doing this question. This is the challenge summary. I'll give you all a few seconds to read this at your own pace. This was what was given to us as part of the Project Hack 19 brief. The first point of call when we started this was the decision-making process. We had to have discussions looking at our skill sets and how we were going to use the data provided and what we could use to manipulate it and provide an overview of the data sets that we were looking for. We decided on Power BI due to a couple of the members of the team had used it previously. So we had a base knowledge of using the software. The data also needed an initial scrub to make it more user-friendly because it hadn't been gathered in such a format that it was able to be used immediately. As I mentioned earlier, the team's a mix of project professionals with a couple of data analysts and students in the mix as well. The data analysts understood the process of inputting the data into the platform, and the project professionals had an input on what information would be useful to come out of the platform to enable team leaders, managers, hiring managers to give them the information required to make accurate decisions. And a limitation was our data development. The team was heavily project management led, so we had quite a few skills gap manipulating the data and inputting it into Project BI. This is how we collated our envisaged data representation. So we looking to have a landing page as a project dashboard with further interrogation into various types of charts to be able to interrogate the data and take the messages out. The first set of data shown on the screen now is for the hiring manager. So as you can see, we've got the project, Center of Excellence, portfolio and programs all represented at the top, and these, the larger the bar is the bigger the skills gap, and the higher the bar with the skill set at the bottom is the areas that we're lacking in the skills. So they can look at what areas and which skills we're lacking to enable them to make a targeted decision of who they're going to hire and what skills we need to bring into the company to manage our business effectively. So with the senior leader, as you can see, it's the same representation as before. We've kept the layout the same, and you can hover over project, portfolio, and the data will change so you know what area of the business you're looking into, and you can get snapshots of male, female, manager, analyst, admin, and see where our skills are, in what levels, and what our skills specialties are. We can also delve into the various roles within the teams to enable us to see where all our skill sets are, so we can target training, recruitment, and also if we've got very important jobs, we can see who our best people are to put on them jobs, matching their skill sets to the client's requirements. So this is our line manager dashboard. So you can see each individual that line manager sits over, their competencies, what the average is to compare the individuals against, and how they measure up. It's also distinguished between the different levels, whether it's project, program, portfolio, or center of excellence. And we've also got more drop downs on the right hand side to split up different line managers so they can see their individual people. Finally, moving into lessons identified. We were severely lacking in the data section, so none of our Power BIs are tied into one. We had to do 3 separate ones. Using the data with more time and a bit more specialist, we could create a landing page to direct the users to the appropriate areas, create a dashboard to interrogate data for the line managers to utilize a bit more easily, provide further skill set interrogation within the 4 levels identified within the PMO, and incorporate yes/no competencies into the Power BI data. Finally, the judges' questions. So answering question 1, we briefly spoke through this, that we can highlight the skills gap looking through the line manager or the senior manager's profiles, and then we can target individuals to bring them up to speed or give them mentoring to give them the experience to close them gaps. Question 2, if we're able to obtain additional data sets, we'd like to obtain cleaner data sets specifically targeted for portfolio, program, project, along with targeted skill sets. This would enable us to target the landing pages directly from the data with less filtering and a bit more ease. And finally, how does the solution help drive the objectives? Well, the data from a competency framework and self-assessment provides insightful analysis on updates, resource management, training, skills gaps, and anything else that would improve the team's capabilities. By using the data, this allows us to make informed decisions on how best to utilize our resources and develop our team members. So thank you very much for taking the time to look at our project. I hope you enjoyed it.